We are by far the largest provider of humanitarian assistance to Yemen. No country or combination of countries in the world has provided more aid to Yemen than Saudi Arabia has.
So when will the flights open into Sana'a airport? When
the Houthis handed over to the United Nations, as they said they would many, many months ago, it will be. When the Houthis hand over the port of Hodeidah to the United Nations, as they said they would for almost a year now, the port will be opened. But the airport in Aden is open. There are other airports in Yemen that are open. There are a number of ports along the Red Sea and along the Arabian Sea that are open, and they're being used, and we're increasing capacity at those ports. We have land bridge where we bring in humanitarian assistance from Saudi Arabia into Yemen. Unfortunately, a large percentage of humanitarian assistance provided by Saudi Arabia and other countries is subject to looting by the Houthis.
So just to be clear, the United Nations has specifically said to Saudi Arabia, please open the Hodeidah port because people will die of starvation if you don't. And that doesn't trouble you, the consequences of not opening the port and trying to tighten the inspection regimes. The United Nations have recognized your concerns about the port, but what they're saying is work with them to open it more quickly.
The United Nations has been working or trying to work with the Houthis for almost a year for the Houthis to hand over the port to the UN and have not succeeded. I think the blame should be directed at the Houthis, not at the coalition. What would you do if a ballistic missile, hit London Heathrow Airport? What would you do? Wouldn't you take precautions to protect your people? We have had more than 70 ballistic missiles launched at our country. We have tens of thousands of students in the south who cannot attend schools because of the random shelling by the Houthis. We have many Saudis who have died, civilians, because of the shelling by the Houthis. Is this something that any country will tolerate? Of course not.